and welcome back to my channel, Megan Victoria. My name is Megan. I'm a pro hair makeup artist, and today we are keeping it light, dewy, and fresh. I'm really excited to share this look with you guys today because I think, as you guys know, I love skin, and I feel like for many of us that's a very integral part of our makeup routine, is making our skin look beautiful. And I think that's really a key to a lot of makeup looks and just beauty in general. I really find, like, personally, my definition of beauty is a lot about health, and so I really think that when I feel most beautiful is when I feel healthiest and when I look healthiest. So it's like bringing the flesh into the cheeks, bringing the flesh into the lips, really making the skin look like youthful and glowy and dewy, lifting the brows a little bit, and just kind of having that very natural, stunning look. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, how we get this beautiful no makeup look super quick with just a few products, honestly, and how we kind of use their mediums and textures to really layer and create this really seamless, flawless canvas. So if you'd like to see how I get this flawless base, then please just keep on watching. Alright, so let's get started. Now, the first thing I would normally do is skin prep. Because we are using the new Makeup Forever foundation, we actually don't need to skin prep. I've worn this foundation now for a few days, and I've worn it like different ways. So I've mixed it with the Flawless filter, which gives you like a lot of glow. I've done no skin prep, and then I've done like some skin prep and like all of the in-betweens. I personally think that the foundation is really beautiful, but it can look really dewy really quickly. And like, I was wearing it on set yesterday for like a really long day. So today I'm gonna do no skin prep at all. And the whole thing is that this does have skincare ingredients in it, so you don't need to. So I'm gonna just start with a little bit of the foundation. I'm gonna go all over the face with this. I always like the dotting method, I don't know why. And then it also comes with a little foundation brush. So I'm gonna use it, it's kind of like a throwback, this little like kabuki vibe, and just work the foundation in. So I like to start with a little pouncing, and then once I feel like the foundation's really worked in, then you can actually swirl it, and it's really gonna push it into the skin. So again, a little pouncing, and then I can really start swirling and buffing. And as you can see, it really gives you this beautiful glow. So it's very like skincare infused, which is what I love about it. I'm gonna grab a little bit more and just kind of start patting it in the areas I want a little bit more coverage. Anytime you're like pressing a product in, you're gonna get more coverage than when you're swirling. You're definitely gonna get a lighter coverage. So it's nice to swirl kind of around the outside of the face, but where I do want a little bit more coverage, I can just kind of press it in. But it just really gives you that like natural, stunning skin, which is just beautiful. And without skin prep, this worked beautifully as well. My skin feels really soft, it feels really moisturized, but I think if you do too much moisturizer, because you guys know me, like I usually like pile it on. If you're doing too much, then I feel like it just kind of is too slippery. But this is like a really nice level. Okay, so that's the foundation all over. It's just kind of like a skin smoothing veil, just really, really natural. I'm gonna build up a little bit more coverage with concealer, but for now, I'm just gonna go into my Benefit Buoyant Concealer just to brighten up the under eye area. And take whatever's left over just across the eyelid, as we can definitely have like little veins that poke through the eyelid, so we just wanna color correct that as well. Okay, I'm like so happy to have my favorite concealer back in my life. I've tried a million. My favorite forever is the Makeup Forever Self-Setting Ultra HD Concealer. I love it, and I just love Makeup Forever complexion products. They just work. They have a beautiful color range. I just love everything about them. So I'm gonna add a little bit more coverage with this guy. So as you guys know, I still add blush, but I still like to cover my cheek redness. So I'll add a few dots there. I will add a few dots just around my nose. I have like this random zit on the tip of my nose, which I'm like, why? And then I've also been noticing I'm getting a little darker on my mouth. And we'll do the chin. And then of course we will do the under eye area just to really brighten it up. And maybe just a little bit in between the forehead. Okay, so you got a fair bit of concealer. Now, a good little tip right now is I'm now gonna move to brows. So you guys know I don't usually show you my brow routine, but we're just gonna do this really quickly. This is just gonna give the concealer a little bit of time to set, and it's gonna give it even more coverage. This one doesn't like dry down like completely, so you're not gonna be able to like, you know, it's gonna stay malleable for a few minutes, so you do have some time. So I'm just gonna lightly fill in my brows just for a nice natural look. Okay, so brows are lightly filled in. Now we've had a little bit of time for that concealer to set, so I'm just gonna start blending it out with my sponge. And this is definitely where you actually can build up some real coverage, but it's just gonna blend in so seamlessly, and you're just gonna have really like beautiful glowing skin. And then lastly, you can finally blend out the under eyes. But this will definitely just give it a little bit more coverage without like adding, you know, more product or like another layer. Okay, so as you can see, we have totally flawless skin. Now we're just gonna do like 1 or 2 things to kind of amp it up. So I love some good brightness under the eyes. If this is like an every day, then this is perfect. Because I am going to an event and there may be some photos, I'm just gonna amp it up the tiniest bit. So I'm gonna go in with my Naked concealer and I'm just gonna pop that right in that little crevice where there's like that actual like dip in the eye. And then I like to just kind of like almost highlight with it and just pop it out for the cheekbones. Again, this is like a square face thing, right? But we're just kind of doing a little subtle highlighting. So I'll just kind of highlight that little bit right there, which will just lift the cheekbone a little bit further and kind of just take away that darkness that we naturally will get just from the way, like, you know, the light hits the face. And then I will just blend out this little bit of lightness right under the eyes just to really brighten up the under eye area. You can see just that difference of like how light and bright everything is, just to really make it stand out. Okay, I really love how that looks, so I think I'm just gonna do a tiny bit more highlighting. So I'll just do the lip and like the nose, and we'll just blend that out just to kind of lift the center of the face with our features. Like so subtle, you still have that no makeup look, but you've just kind of sculpted the face a little bit more. Okay, so to add a little bit of dimension back into the skin, I have been loving the Bare Minerals Stick Foundation as contour because they are like kind of balmy and jelly. It still goes with our kind of like cream products. So I'll just add a little swipe like that and just right across the face. So super subtly, like we're not doing anything intense, but you can just take your sponge nice and immediately and just blend that out just for a nice little bit of color to the skin. Color and warmth. Okay, so now we just have like the tiniest bit of facial sculpting. You can see a little bit on the cheekbone. It looks really, really beautiful. Okay, so the next product I'm so excited to talk about is a new launch from Buxom. So these are like lip balm sticks. So yes, I'm gonna put on my lips a little bit later, but for now, these make the most beautiful cheek color. And as you guys know, I love things that are monochromatic. I love things that go together, and I love things that are multi-use, quick, and easy. So these go right on the cheeks just like so. And again, because it's that balmy jelly texture that we've been using with all of our textures with our products, everything really goes together. I also like to put it just on my nose because it is like a bronzy pink. Like it's such a beautiful color. And then you can take your fingers or your sponge and just blend this in. And because it is like a balm, it also will give you such this like beautiful glow without having to like add another product, which is so perfect for an everyday look when you're just like trying to shove a bunch of crap on your face and get out the door and look good. Yeah, I'm obsessed. I love cheek products. And then I just like to dab it across my nose just for a little bit of color there, just to tie everything in together. Okay, so because I haven't done any excessive skin prep, it's also winter, I'm not actually gonna powder my face at all. I'm just gonna let it be. If that sounds like a scary disaster to you, make sure, you know, you powder, do what you need to do. But because I just know my skin's gonna be fine, it just feels like I have a really nice moisturizer on, but nothing feels like tacky or like really intense. So I'm just gonna leave it because I just love when everything looks really glowy, dewy, and fresh. So now we're gonna move on to lips. So I talked about how we can throw this on the lips, which is fabulous, but also they came out with this like scrub. It's like a lip balm scrub. So I'm just gonna quickly run this over my lips. I think this is like the perfect time to come out with a product like this because it is kind of like nearing the end of winter where our lips definitely can be a little bit more dry. And I also love you can shove this in your purse and just exfoliate all the dead skin away. So it's like little beads in it, and you can work that in. And then when you're ready, I just use a little tissue and wipe it away. Now your lips are soft and prepped, and then you can go in with the Tinted Lip Balm. And I love the color this gives to my lips. It's just this like pinky bronzy rosiness. That is so pretty. Like the perfect everyday little vibe. Okay, so I find if I add like too much mascara to anything, it'll totally take away my glowy, beautiful, like fresh look. All I'm gonna do is I'm still gonna curl my lashes, so let's do that. And if I really wanna wear mascara, we're gonna do like a half coat, like literally like nothing. So I'm gonna take my Buxom Extrovert mascara and I'm going to just like touch it to my lashes. Just so I get that little like wide open effect without like black spiders on my eyes. Okay, like that's all I'm doing for mascara. And then an important little thing, so I'm gonna take my little eyebrow pencil and just brush through my lashes just to pick up any excess mascara, because I told you I don't want it. Also, once this thing, just make sure it's dry, just with that little eyebrow spoolie, and it's just gonna flake it away, just so you don't have any like black shadowing like hanging out on the eyelids. All right, very last step. Since I'm not using powder, I'm gonna use a little setting spray. So it's just the NYX Radiant Finish Dewy Setting Spray because I want a radiant finish. So we'll just do that. And this completes the final look. Alright guys, so there we have it. This is the final look. I'm totally obsessed. I love no makeup makeups. They're definitely one of my favorites. So I really hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! Mwah.